P, A1, A2, A3 and so on up to AN. They are in geometric progression. They are in geometric progression. They are in geometric progression. P, A1, A2, A3 and so on up to AN are in geometric progression. We have taken an example where P is 100 and R percentage is 10%. Example. A certain sum becomes two times. A certain sum becomes two times in 5 years. To become 25 times. To become, how many times will it become in 25 years? In 25 years, how many times it will become? Under compound interest. A certain sum becomes two times in 5 years. For every 5 years, principal will become two times the principal. In 25 years, how many times it will become? This is a question. Now, we will solve it in two methods. One is formulae method. Method one is formulae method. In formulae method, let us use that formulae method. In the previous class, we solved amount equivalent to principal into 1 plus R percentage power n. Let us use it. Amount equivalent to P into 1 plus R percentage power n. What is the question? A certain sum is becoming two times. Amount is becoming two times. So 2P equivalent to P into, in how many years it is becoming? It is becoming in 5 years. So 2P equivalent to P into 1 plus R percentage power 5. PP will get cancelled. In how many years will it become? In how many times will it become? In 25 years. Power is 5. It should become 25. So A power M. Power n is A power m into n. So 5 should become 25. So raise it to the power. So 32P equivalent to P into 1 plus R percentage 5. 5 5s are 25. That means in 25 years, how many times it will become? Answer is 32 times. Answer is 32 times. This is the formulae method. As you know, most of my students, we don't use any formulas in any of our problems. This is a formulae method. A power n is A power m into n. So 5 5s are 25, 2 power 5 will be 32. This is one method. Let us solve this problem logically. Method 2. Logical method. Method 2. Logical method. What is this logical method? Let us do. Please read the question first. A certain sum is becoming two times in 5 years. That means 1 rupee is becoming 2 rupees. In how many years? 5 years. In every 5 years, sum is getting how many times? Doubled. For every 5 years, it is getting doubled. So this will get doubled in next 5 years. This will get doubled in the next 5 years. This will get doubled in the next 5 years. This will get doubled in the next 5 years. Are you all with me? A certain sum is becoming doubled in every 5 years. In every 5 years, sum is getting doubled. 1 is becoming 2 in 5 years. 2 is becoming 4 in 5 years. 4 is becoming 8 in 5 years. 8 is becoming 16 in 5 years. 16 is becoming 32 in 5 years. Totally, how many years are over? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. In 25 years, how many years it has become? How many times it has become? 32 times it has become. One is a formulae method, another is a logical method to solve the problem. I hope the idea is very easy to solve. Now let us start with the question. A certain sum of money. Let me solve the 10th question once again. A certain sum of money placed at compound interest. Question is compound interest. It is tripling itself in every 8 years. That means 1 is becoming 3. Tripling means 3 times. 1 is becoming 3 times in every 8 years. 1 is becoming 3. It is in 8 years. For every 8 years, it is a tripling. 3 will become a triple, 9 in the next 8 years. In the next 8 years, 9 will become triple, 27 in the next 8 years. Are you all with me? 27 will become triple 81 times in the next 8 years. 81 will become triple 243 in the next 8 years. For every 8 years, sum is becoming triple. Triple means 1 is becoming 3 in 8 years. 3 is becoming 9 in 8 years. 9 is becoming 27 in 8 years. 27 is becoming 81 in 8 years. 81 is becoming 243. Everywhere it is into 3. Tripling it is. The keyword is it is into 3. Question is, in how many years will it amounts to 243 times? Total it is 243 times. Total how many years are over? 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. 24 plus 8, 32. 32 plus 8, 40. So in total 40 years, this will become 243 times of itself, taken from the previous year exam, previous year question. Very, very easy. In an compound interest problems, just to read the question. If the same question, if it is asked in SI, it is in 3 times, certain sum becomes 3 times in 8 years. Final value is becoming k times the initial value. Overall percentage increase will be 200% in 8 years. 200% in 8 years. But I want 243 times. 243 times means k minus 1. 242 100%. How many years? 0, 0, 0%. 2 into 121. 8 into 121. Answer is 968 years. It takes 968 years. It takes, if it is a simple interest, to become 243 times. But in a compound interest, it will just take 243 times. It will just take 40 years. I hope it is clear. 3 times in 8 years. Final value is k times the initial value. Percentage increase is 200%. 200% in 8 years. If it is 243 times, k 242 100%, how many times? 2 into 121, 8 into 121. This model can be asked both in compound interest as well as simple interest. Very easy concept. I hope the concept is easy and clear to you. In compound interest problems, if it is becoming 2 times in 4 years, for every 4 years, it is getting double. Do it in the same proportional way. If it is an SI, use the concept of final value is k times the initial value. Percentage increase is k minus 1 into 100%. Please see this question. Question, a certain sum of money, if certain sum of money, if it is P, it is becoming 13.824 times. 13.8424 times. In how many years it is becoming? 30 years it is becoming. 30 years it is becoming. In how many years? It was 2.4 times of principal. If I were to get 2.4 times of principal, how many years it will take? This is the question. There is a certain sum of money which is becoming 13.824 times the principal. For it to become 2.4 times the principal, how many years it will take? The first observation, 13.24. For every certain period of time, multiplication factor remains the same. Let me see 13.24. Now if you observe closely, 24 whole cube, it is 13824. 24 whole cube is 13824. 2.4 whole cube, it is 13.824. 2.4 whole cube Power I got 3. AR square, AR cube, power 3. 2.4 power 3. 2.4 power 3 should be equally distributed among 30 years. Should be equally distributed among 30 years. That means P would have gone through 10 years, equal distribution. Again 10 years, again 10 years, because it is 2.4 power 3. I got 2.4 power 3. This multiplication factor would have been 2.4. This would have been 2.4. This would have been 2.4. That is the reason we got the answer 2.4 power 3. 2.4 power 3. Now what is the question? In how many years will it become 2.4 times the principal? 2.4 times the principal. Here I will get 2.4 times. Answer will be 10 years. Answer will be 10 years. I hope the idea it is clear. I hope the idea it is clear. Let us solve some more questions. Then you will understand the concept in detail. Idea is to find it out whether it is a square of a number or a cube of a number or a fourth power of a number. Suppose if the question is, let me take some question. P is becoming 6.76 times the principal. 6.676 times the principal in 24 years. If it is in 2.6 principal, 2.6 principal, how many years it will take under compound interest? Under compound interest, a certain sum becomes 6.76 times in 24 years. If it has to become 2.6 times the principal, let me write down neatly. 2.6 times the principal. This model is a very, very good model, sir. 2.6 times the principal. How many times? How many times? Step number 1. How many times it is becoming? 6.76 times it is becoming. Just to check it out whether it is a square or a cube. 625 is 25 square. 26 square is 676. 26 square is 676. So 2.6 whole square it is 6.76. 2.6 whole square it is 6.76. I got 2.6 whole square. That means sum is becoming square. Square means 2 parts it would have been become. It is 24 years. If I make it into 2 parts, if I make it into 2 parts, what it is becoming after 12 years? And what it is becoming after 12 years. 2 parts I did it. Why? Because I got here as 2.6 whole square. So after a certain point of a time, multiplication factor it is always the same. So here it would have been 2.6 and here also it would have been 2.6. Are you all with me? Certain principal is becoming 2.6 times the principal. In how many years? 12 years. Answer for this question is 12 years. Answer for this question is 12 years. Are you all with me? I hope the idea it is clear. These ideas are extremely important to you, sir. These kind of questions are regularly coming in various competitive examinations. Various competitive examinations. Now see here. A certain principal in 9 years. In 9 years, it is becoming 64 times. 64 times. It is becoming 64 times. In 3 years, how much principal will become under compound interest? Another model. Here, certain sum becomes how many times I gave? Number of years I am asking. Here the number of years it is given. How many times it is asking? Step number 1. Go ahead and read the question. Certain sum is becoming 64 times. 64 times. Is it a square or a cube? 64 it is 4 cube. 4 cube. That means 9 years I have to divide into 3 equal parts. Certain sum. After 3 years, how much it is? 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 It is 4 cube. So every time multiplication factor is into 4 into 4 into 4. That is the reason I got 4 cube p here. So certain sum after 3 years, how many times it will become? It will become 4 times. Answer is 4 times. Answer is 4 times. He can ask you the amount, he can ask you the time period also. Very logical way to solve. Compound interest, it behaves like a geometric progression. Geometric progression. Just check it out whether the final amount is a square or a cube or a fourth power. If it is a square, divide the number of years by 2. If it is a cube, divide the number of years by 3. If it is a fourth power, divide the number of years by 4. Because the time period will go in a step function, whereas these final value multiplication factor will go in geometric progression. I hope it is clear. Number of years will go linearly and this will go in a geometric progression. Put a star mark on this question and listen carefully to these approaches, sir. Very, very easy approaches. If you go by the formulae based, it will be very cumbersome for you to understand. Let us solve some more problems. Question. Please write down this question. A certain sum of money placed at a compound interest. Question is compound interest. Certain sum of money, it is becoming 27 times in 15 years. Certain sum of money, P, it is becoming 27 times in how many years? 15 years it is becoming. 15 years it is becoming 27. Check whether the amount is a square function or a cube function or a power function. 27. 27 is 3 cube. 27 is 3 cube. That means it is becoming into 3 into 3 into 3. Divide the number of years by 3. So for every 5 years, it is becoming into 3. For every 5 years, it is becoming into 3. For every 5 years, it is becoming into 3. Are you all with me? Yes or no? Very easy to approach. All the answer options given are incorrect. He typed it a different answer option. Question is, in 25 years, how much it will become? 25 years. These 15 years. Again, after 5 years, it will be 3. Again, after 5 years, it will be 3. So total 25 years. 5, 5, 5. 15, 20, 25. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Answer is 3 power 5, which is 243 times. 243 times. A certain sum is becoming 27 times in 15 years. 27 times is 3 cube. After a certain time period, multiplication factor, it is the same. So 3 cube. It would have been 3 into 3 into 3. 3 parts. 15 years divided into 3 parts. 5 years 3 times, 5 years 3 times, 5 years 3 times. For every 5 years, multiplication factor, it is 3. For every 5 years, multiplication factor, it is 3. So totally 25 years. 3 power 5. 3 power 5, it is 243. Very, very easy to understand. A non-formulae based logic. A very simple. Non-max students can also understand how to solve these problems. Next one. Read this question again. This is a very, very good question, sir. If a certain sum of money becomes 64 times in 27 years, a certain sum of money, P, it is becoming 64 times, okay? 64 times in how many years? 27 years. 27 years. The same certain sum of money, how many times it will become? 512 times the principal. In how many years? under compound interest? This is the question. What is the first step? Go to the amount given in the question. It is 64 times the principal. 64. Can I write it as a square function? Definitely yes. 8 square we can write it as. That means divide the number of years by 2. That means for every 13.5 years, this is nothing but P. For every 13.5 years, it will become into 8. Again after 13.5 years, it will become into 8. That is the reason I got 64P. For every 13.5 years, it will become 8 times. Again, for every 13.5 years, it will become 8 times. 64 into 8. 512 times the principal. I want 512 times the principal. So total number of years will be 13.5 into 3. Answer is 40.5. Answer is 40.5. Very, very easy question. Extremely easy question. And if you just understand whether the amount is behaving in what way, depending upon the behavior, cut the number of years. 64 is 8 square. It is 8 into 8. Into 8 after a certain period of time, the same period of time it is into 8. 27 divided by 2, which is 13.5. Answer is 40.5 years. Next one. This is the doubt asked by a student to me in WhatsApp some 8 months before. Let us see, sir. A certain sum of money is becoming, P is becoming 625 times the principal. 625 times the principal. In 2019, it is in 2019 final amount. When 1 rupee was given on compound interest in 1939. 1939, principal is 1 rupee. That 1 rupee principal became 625 rupees. After how many years? 39 to 2019, it is 80 years. 80 years. First attack the amount 625. 625. Write it down as a power of 5 power of 5, which is 5 power 4. That means into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Time period should be same. That means for every 20 years. P, it is for every 20 years, it is into 5. This for 20 years. Again after 20 years, it is into 5. Again after 20 years, it is into 5. Again after 20 years, it is into 5. Into 5. That means after 80 years, it will be 625p. 625p. I hope this idea it is clear. Now what is the question that is asking? What was its worth in 1999? This is in 1939. After 20 years, 1959. This is in 1979. And this is in 1999. What was its worth? 5 into 5 into 5. What will be its worth? 125. 125. This question is very, very similar to another question which is present in cat books, sir. Only the number of years are different. I hope the idea it is clear. 4 to 5 questions on the similar model which we solved it. 625 is 5 power 4 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. Multiplication factor remains the same. Number of years also it should remains the same. So this became 80 years divided into 4 parts, 20, 20, 20. If you practice it, you can solve this question in 10 seconds time. 10 seconds is what we require to solve this question. 14th one, I hope the idea it is clear. Next one. Read the question, sir. First thing what we will do is, we will read the question. If a certain sum of money, we don't know, it is P. It is amounts to 6,400. This P is becoming 6,400. Okay. In how many years? In 7.5 years. P, if it is 1 rupee, 1 rupee is becoming 6,400 in 7.5 years, and it is becoming 8,000 in 15 years, 7.5 years over. If I take the next 7.5 years, totally 15 years I will get. How much it is becoming? 8,000. How much it is becoming? 8,000. Time period, it is the same. If time period is the same, please write down that point, sir. If time period, if it is the same, multiplication factor also it will be same. Multiplication factor or a scaling factor, it will also be same. Multiplication factor will also be same. If the time period is same, multiplication factor will also be same. What is the multiplication factor? 0, 0, 0 cancel. 16 3s, 16 4s are, 16 5s are. 16 4s are, 16 5s are. So multiplication factor is, it is into 5 by 4. It is into 5 by 4. If it is into 5 by 4, here also it will be into 5 by 4. It is into 5 by 4. So P into 5 by 4 equivalent to 64 into 100. 5 ones are, 5 20s are. So P is 64 into 4 into 20. Into 20. Now if you see here, 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32. Rightmost non-zero digit should be 2. Rightmost non-zero digits should be 2. Two options are there. Rightmost non-zero digit should be 2. Now the next one, these 1 and 4 2s are 8. Answer digital sum should be 8. Answer digital sum should be 8. 4320. Answer digital sum is 9. So answer will be 5120. 5120. Very, very easy question that he is asking. 6,000. The catch in this question is, after 7.5 years it is given, and after 15 years it is given. So if this is 7.5, this also will be another 7.5. 6,400 is becoming 8,000. Scaling factor is, I told you in the previous session, it is x. X is given by 1 plus r percentage. 16 4s are, 16 5s are. So if it is 5 by 4, here also it will be 5 by 4. P into 5 by 4 equivalent to 6,400. 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32. Rightmost non-zero it will be 2, and the digital sum it should be 8. 15th. Next one, third question. Read the question. A certain sum of money becomes 625 by 256 times. Now see here. Method 1. In how many years? 625 by 256 times. It is in 1 year. Okay. Find the rate of interest. If interest is compounded quarterly, if the interest is compounded quarterly, quarter, it is 1/4, quarterly, 1/4 of an year, 1/4 of 2 year, 12, it is 3 months. It is 3 months. Previous question, years it is given. If the time period it is same, time period goes in AP, multiplication factor goes in GP. That is what we discussed. Multiplication factor goes in GP. Now see here. So this is the principle. This is after 3 months, after 3 months, after 3 months, after 3 months. This is 3 months, this is 6 months, this is 9 months, and it is 12 months. And it is 12 months. See here, the time period is going in AP. The multiplication factor will go in GP. So this will become 625 by 256. It is 5 by 4 power 4. So multiplication factor will go in GP into 5 by 4, into 5 by 4, into 5 by 4, into 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is 1 plus 1 by 4. It is 1 plus r percentage. R percentage is 25%. R percentage is 25%. Find the rate of interest per annum. Per quarter you got 25 percentage. Per annum it is 100 percentage. Per annum it is 100 percentage. I hope the idea it is clear. Is the idea clear? 625 by 256 power 4. Sir, it is clear, right? It is time period will go in AP. Time period will go in AP. Multiplication factor will go in GP. Multiplication factor will go in GP. Only thing, do not get rate of interest, it is compounded per annum. Quarterly I got 25 percentage. Annually it is into 4. 25 into 4 it is 100. Suppose if I take 625 equivalent to 256 into 125 by 100 power 4. Check it out whether it is getting equal. These 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 5, 13, 1 plus 3, 4, equivalent to 4 into 8, 8 power 4. 8 power 4 is 8 square into 8 square. 8 square it is 64, it is 1. 4 into 1, 4. Quarterly it is 25 percentage. Annually it is 100 percentage. Don't hurriedly tick mark the answer here. Don't hurriedly tick mark the answer here. Just by looking at a question itself, I can say the answer. 256. 625 is how many times 256? 625 is 256. 2s are 512. So answer is greater than 200 percentage. Answer is greater than 2 times. So answer should be the overall percentage increase. Overall percentage increase should be just greater than 100 percentage. So if all these values 25, 25, 25, 25. 4 times if I take, 4 times if I take, this is greater than 50 percentage, greater than 50 percentage. Overall it is greater than 100 percentage. So which is satisfying the answer. Overall it is 100 percentage. Idea it is clear. Y power 4 we got. Annum it is 12 months, quarterly it is 3 months. So n represents the number of times the compounding it is done. So it is power 4. Digital sum approach, multiplication factor approach, or it will become P power 4 is to another model. P power 4 is to A power 4, it is 256 is to 625. These also one is doing horizontally, another is doing vertically. I hope the idea it is clear. Don't look at this question. These questions you will find it in Google. All the questions are taken from the Google. The way I am solving it, that is what you need to learn from it. That's what you need to learn. Now see here. Listen carefully. Let us see whether we can attack the question by using the answer options. Some weird answer options are there. At what rate of interest 4704 amounts to 5766? 5766. So 5766. Principal it is 4704. It is in 2 years, right? This is A1 and it is A2. A2 it is 5766. 5766 in 2 years compounded annually. In 2 years. Now if you observe, almost how much difference it is there? 1062 difference it is there. On 1 by 4704. 1 by 4704. 1 by 4. 1 by 4 it is 25 percentage. 1 by 4 it is 25 percentage. Now see here, 1 by 2 it is 50 percentage. 1 by 3 it is 33.33 percentage. Denominator it is increasing, value will decrease. Value will decrease. That means this answer is just less than 25 percentage. Just by looking at the question, we can deduce it. 1062 by 4704. So even if I nullify the 3 digits, 1 by 4 is 25 percentage. After 4, there are some digits. If the denominator it is increasing, percentage it will decrease. If the denominator it is increasing, percentage will just decrease. Answer should be just less than 25 percentage. Answer should be just less than 25 percentage. 8 plus 8 plus 8 into 8 by 100, 16 point something. This is 12 plus 12, 24 plus 12 into 12, 144, greater than 25 percentage. It is 10 plus 10 plus 10 into something, 11 plus 11, it is very, very close to 25 compared to this value. You don't need any mathematics to solve the question. 4,700 is becoming 5,700. Overall change is 1,000. For how many years? 2 years. So this will become, for 2 years it is overall 25 percentage. So every year it has to be close to about 12 percentage. Close to about 12 percentage. Are you all with me? This is one way. Just by looking at the question, you are getting the answer. This is method 1. Method 1. If the answer options are very, very far, you can eliminate the answer. I said answer should be just less than 25. If I observe this one, 12 plus 12 plus 12 into 12 by 100, it is greater than 25. It cannot be. 8 plus 8 plus 8 into 8, closer to 16. It cannot be. 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. You don't need to get into calculation. Closer to 20. It cannot be. Answer is close to 11, 3 by 7. Unnecessarily, students will get into this calculation. First year it is P is to A. Second year it is also P is to A. So P square is to A square it is. This is a waste of time, sir. 5766. 5766. 5766. Now see here. Square, right? So let us see. This will become 2, 8, 16, 56, 16. 2 8s are, these 2 3s are. This will become 2 2s are 4, 2 3 5 2 is 2. So 16 21, 3 9s are 27, 9 6 are and 3 1s are. This will become 3 7s are. See how much calculation you are. 3 8s are and 3 4s are. These 28 square is to 31 square. So 28 is to 31. It is 3 by 28. 3 by 28. 3 by 28. These 3 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 14. 1 by 14 is 3 by 2 into 7.14. See how much calculation it is required. Exactly, that is the reason. The merit, depending upon the merit of a question, directly, because options are 8, 11, 12 and 10. It is a 5 seconds question if you understand how to do an overall percentage. In this question, successive percentage it is helping me to solve it. Otherwise, I have to do all these calculation. You should always do that method in your answer, in your examination, which takes less time to solve and less steps to solve, because the language of competitive examination is how much score you got it. How much score you got it. You will get more score if you understand the better methods. Ideally, you should avoid using this method. Please put a star mark on this question. Next one. Now, if you see here, again the options are little far right. 6 2 by 3, 8 1 by 3, 12 1 by 2. Only B and D are very, very close to each other. Let us see. Initial amount is 345,600. Final amount after 3 years. Amount 1, amount 2, amount 3. It is 439400. 439400. Two zeros. If I do it, it is 3456. It is 4394. Approximately, it is at a difference of 900 divided by 3456. 3456 into 100 percentage. Into 100 percentage. Are you all with me? So, 1 percentage of 3456. It is 3456 divided by 3456 100, and it is 4394. 4394, it is how much it is? Now what we'll do is, can we eliminate it by using answer options? That is what I am thinking. Now if you see here, 3456, 3456, 4394. What is 50% of 3456? It is 17. No. If it is 8, 900, 900 will be around 25%. Around 25%. Why? Because 1 by 4 of 345600, it is closer to 8600. So just greater than 25%. Just greater than 25% for 3 years. Just greater than 25% for 3 years. That means in every time period it will be approximately same. So R for 3 years, 25% for 3 years. Answer should be very close to 8%. Just by looking at a question, option number A and C I eliminated. Option A and C I eliminated. Why? Because 25% increase on 3,45,600 is 1 by 4 of 34,000, some 8,000 something I will get it. So these just greater than 42,000 something. So answer is just greater than 25%. 25% for 3 years. 1 year it should be around 8%. 8%. Let us solve it. We eliminated because these option number B and D are there. So this will become P cube is to A cube equivalent to 3456 is to 4394. 4394. Now cube. Let us do 3 ones are, 3 14s are, 15s are, and 3 2s are. 3 14s are 42, 19. 7 is these divisible by 3 14s are 42? No. So what we will do is, we will do it with 2. This will become 1728. This will become 2 2s are, 2 1s are, 2197, which is 12 cube is to 13 cube. 12 is to 13. 1 by 12. Answer is just close to 8.33%. That is what I did it. Please don't get into this calculation. Again and again I am repeating. It's a waste of time if you do this calculation. 3456 and 4394. The difference it is around 900. 9 by 34. 9 by 34. It is closer to 9 by 36. Yes or no? 9 by 34 is closer to 9 by 36. Answer is closer to 25% for 3 years. So per year it should be closer to 8%. Because option number D is very close to B, I used this method. Again, successive percentage is a very useful concept. If the numbers are very, very high, finding out which cubes will be taking time. This method ideally you should not use for this problem. I hope it is clear. Next one. See here, sir. What is the next one? Let us see. See here, suppose for question is, at what rate per annum 48,000 will yield a compound interest of 7566 in 9 months, compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly. Now see here, principal it is 48,000. 48,000. CI for 3 years. CI for 3 years it is given as 7566. 7566. This will become 55566. I don't need this one. What is the overall increase? Overall increase is 7566 divided by 48,000. If I take 7 by 48. 7 by 48. If I take 7 by 48, how much it is? 9 months compounded quarterly. Quarterly means, 1 minute sir. This question I will write like this. 48,000, it is in 3 months. Again it is in 3 months. Again it is in 3 months. Again it is in 3 months. 48,000. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. In 3 months, compounded quarterly. So this will become 55566. Yes or no? 55566. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. Time periods are going in AP. Multiplication factors will go in GP. One method which you will use is P cube is to A cube is 48,000 is to 55566. Are you all with me? Now it is should be in the form of a cube. 1521. This will be how I will make it in the form of a cube. 316,000, sir. 316,000, sir. This will be 318s are 54, 15, 2, 2. 2 8s are 2 9s are 2 towards 6 1. This will be 20 cube. This will be 21 cube. 1 by 20, 5%. This is what you will do. This is what you will do. That is what I am saying. Ideally, you should not use this cube and everything. For 3 years, not for 3 years, for 9 months, compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly. Quarterly, it is 3 months. Quarterly, it is 3 months. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. That means it is closer to 7 by 49. Answer will be closer to 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is 14%. Answer done successively. Second option 16, 16, 16. Answer should be closer to 15. It is only greater than 32. Out. If 16 is out, anything greater than 16 will give more values. So 5555. Approximately it is giving around 15%. Yes or no? Just by looking at a question, you can say that on 48,000 there is an increase of 7,500. 7 by 48. 7 by 48 is closer to 7 by 49. 7 by 49 is 1 by 7. 14%. Answer should be just greater than 14%. That too doing 3 times. Why it is 3 times? Total it is 9 months. Compounded quarterly. 1/4 of 12 is 3 months. After 3 months, the next 3 months, next 3 months. 14% successively 3 times. It is a 10 seconds problem. If you use successive percentage concept, this is a very time consuming approach. In case if you are doing like this, do this approach only when the answers are very, very close to each other. If you observe, the one answer is 5, another answer is 20. So much deviation it is there. Idea it is clear. All I did is just an approximation of the value and I eliminated the answer option. Each and every question right after the class is over. Kindly revisit this class so that you will learn a lot of things clear. 7th one. If the amount received, I think this is an SSC CGL. If my memory is right, it is a 2017 question. It is a 2017 question. If the amount received at the end of second and third year, amount received at the end of second year, amount received at the end of second year becomes the principal for the third year. So initial value, it is 9,600. At the end of third year, it is 10,272. 10,272. 10,272. Use the rightmost non-zero digit approach. You will get the answer in 5 seconds. Rightmost non-zero digit. Rightmost non-zero digit approach. Yesterday we discussed. What is the rightmost non-zero digit? 6. What is the rightmost non-zero digit? 2. 6 should be multiplied by which unit digit to get 2? Answer is 7. Finish. Answer is 7. Are you all with me? Suppose that means 9,600 into 1.07 will give you 10,272. Will give you 10,272. Rightmost non-zero 6. Rightmost non-zero digit 7. 6 into 7. 6 into 7 is 42. Unit digit it is 2. Are you all with me? Just a 5 seconds question. I don't know why people take so much time to solve this question when it is a school level problem. 9600 into 1.07. Or you can cross check by using digital sum concept. Cross check by using digital sum concept. What is the digital sum concept? See here. This is 6. 1.07. It is 8. 1 plus 2, it is 3. 6 fours are 48. What is 4 plus 8? What is 4 plus 8? 12. What is 1 plus 2? 3. It's a very, very easy question. Yesterday we discussed rightmost non-zero digit concept. Rightmost non-zero digit concept. Only attack the rightmost non-zero digit. Rightmost non-zero digit is 6. It is 2. 6 should be multiplied by which number to get 2 at the end? 6 sevens are 42. 6 eights are 48. 6 6 are 36. 6 5s are, it is 30. Unit digit 0. I hope the idea it is clear. Very, very easy question which you can solve. Next one. See here, sir. Next one. A certain sum of money becomes 54,000 in 4 years and it becomes 59,582 in 7 years. Find the rate of interest compounded annually. Compounded annually. First we will see the traditional method. Then I will tell you Anil Nair's way of solving. Now see. Traditional method. How students will solve this problem. Traditional method. Traditional method. First we will see a certain sum of money is becoming 54,000 in 4 years. After 4 years it is becoming 54,000. In compound interest related problems, amount at the end of a year becomes the principal for the 4th year. So in 4th year principal it is A. It becomes the amount. 4th year over. 4th year beginning, 4th year end. P is to A. P is to A. P is to A. This is from 4 to 5. This is from 5 to 6. This is from 6 to 7. Or we will write down here. P, A1, A2, A3, A4. Students will solve all this and waste their time. A6, A7, A7. So at the end of these 54,000, at the end of 7 years, it is 59,582. It is 59,582. Time period 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. Right? So totally time period it is equally distributed. Multiplication factor also it should be equally distributed. So this will become amount at the end of 4th year becomes the principal for the 1st year. So this will become P cube is to, this how students will solve. Waste of time. 54,000 is to 59,582. I need a cube. 30 cube is 27,000. So 2 I am dividing. 27,000. 2 29s are 54. 2 7s are 2 9s are 2 1s are. This is 30 cube. And it is 31 cube. You have to find out the 31 cube and you have to tell that this will be the number. So 30 is to 31. It is 1 out of 30. It is 3.33 percentage. 3.33. If you solve like this, it will take some time. It will take some time. Now let us see. 54,000 is becoming 59,500. That means close to 5,500 increase is there on 54,000. So it is closer to 5,500 divided by 55 if I take 1 by 10. Answer should be just closer to 10 percentage. Yes or no? Answer is just close to 10 percentage. 10 percentage, how many intervals it is there? 10 percentage divided into 3 equal intervals. 10 percentage divided into equal 3 intervals. Each interval, it is greater than 3 percentage. Finish. 10 seconds approach to solve the problem. Are you all with me? Very, very easy concepts. 54,000 is becoming, you think like this, make it into 60,000, sir. 54,000 is becoming 60,000. Extra, it is 6,000. 6,000 on 54,000. It is 1 by 9. Answer should be 11 percentage if it is applied 3 times. 11 percentage in 3 times. 11 by 3. Answer should be just greater than 3. 5 seconds approach. Anil Nair's way of solving the question, which can be solved in 5 to 10 seconds if you get your fundamentals right. If you get your fundamentals right, 54,000, 60,000. Increase is 6. 6 on 54. 1 by 9. 11 percentage around 3 years. 11 percentage around 3 years. Per year answer should be around 3. Only one option is quite visible to me. I hope you are all enjoying the beautiful ways of solving compound interest related problems. Compound interest related problems. I hope it is clear. Now, see here. The effective annual rate of interest corresponding to a compound interest at a rate of 9 percentage per annum, payable half yearly. Payable half yearly. Now, see here, sir. Payable half yearly. First we will do traditional method, then I will do Anil Nair's way of solving. Logical method. My methods are very, very logical by nature. Logical method to solve the problem. Effective annual rate of interest corresponding to compound interest at the rate of 9 percentage per annum. Per annum it is 12 months. 9 percentage 12 months. 9 percentage 12 months I require. I want half yearly. Half yearly it is 6 months. Half yearly it is 6 months. Half of 9 is 4.5 percentage, which is 4.5 plus 4.5 plus 4.5 into 4.5 divided by 100. Divided by 100, which is 9.2025 percentage. 9.2025 percentage. I hope the idea it is clear. 9.2025 percentage. Now, the same thing if you observe closely here. 9 percentage it is 2 times. You don't need to find these. For 4.5 into 4.5. That's a waste of time. 4.5 plus 4.5. It is an integer. For 45. 4 is an even number. Again it is an even number. Even 5 into even 5. Last 2 digits is 25. Already we discussed in our number system logic. When you multiply any 2 even numbers ending with 5, in any 2 even odd numbers ending with 5, last 2 digits it is always 25. You don't need to waste your time. Answer last 2 digits is 25. Only option where the last 2 digits it is. Third option 9.2025. 9.2025. I hope it is clear. Anyway, 9 percentage it is for 12 months. For 6 months. Instead of giving 9 rupees at the end of the year, if I divide it into 2 equal installments, answer will be just greater than 9. Just greater than 9. First option it is eliminated. Just greater than 9. AB by 100. Even 5 into even 5. Last 2 digits will be 25. Last 2 digits will be 25. Idea clear? Even the smallest of the concepts which I discussed in number system will be of extreme help to you when you are solving these problems. 9th one. Next one. See here, sir. A certain sum of money at compound interest triples in 8 years. 3 times it is in 8 years. 3 times it is in 8 years. 3 times it is in 8 years. What is that we discussed? Time period will go in arithmetic progression. Time period will go in arithmetic progression. Number of times. number of times will go in geometric progression. Already we discussed this one. Time period will go in arithmetic progression. Number of times will go in geometric progression. Why it will go? Now see here. It is in 8 years. It is 3 times. That means if it is in time period is in arithmetic progression. If it is in 16 years, this will be 9 times. Are you all with me? If it is in, if a time period will go in arithmetic progression, again 3 square, it is 27, 81 times, and this will be 243 times. 243 times. 8, 16, 24, 32, and it is 40 years. Very, very easy question. 3 times it will happen. 3 times it will happen in 8 years. So in case if you want the proof for it, now see here, sir. In every 8 years, in every 8 years, in every 8 years it is becoming 3 times. That means if it is P, I will use a different color. If it is P, this is becoming a 3P. This is becoming a 3P. It is in 8 years. 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So a certain sum is becoming 3 times in 8 years. Amount is becoming 3 times in 8 years. So in compound interest, time period will be in AP and number of times it will be in geometric progression. Number of times it will be in geometric progression. I hope it is clear. So it is 3 times in 8 years. 8 years is 2 cube. 2 cube. That means 2 years it will go 1 time. Again 2 years it will go 1 time. Again 2 years it will go 1 time. Every 2 years it will go 1 time. So 16 years. 16 years. 2 years 1 time. Again 2 years 1 time. Again 2 years 1 time. Again 2 years 1 time. I hope it is clear. 3 times 8 years. 9 times it is 16 years. Even if I were to solve it mathematically, amount is P into 1 plus R percentage power n triples itself. 3P equivalent to P into 1 plus R percentage power 8. But I want 243. 3 power 5 is 243. A power n is A power m into n. 8 5s are 40. 1 plus R percentage power 40. A power n is A power m into n. So 8 5s are 40. Mathematically also you can prove it. Logically also we can prove it. I hope it is clear.